You know the legacy media is afraid of Trump winning when they make up lies that are so unbelievable that even they choke on their own words when they say them. I have two videos to show you guys today. One is from CNBC, the other is from MSNBC of the legacy media really trying to convince you that Kamala Harris is God's gift to the economy. Billionaire Bill Ackman went on CNBC and gave a very good defense of Trump, his advisors, and his economy as well, and the anchors there got very defensive about it.
Let's talk about team for a moment, because it's not really Trump versus Harris. It's the Trump team versus the Harris team, right? So what have we seen? So Trump's picked J.D. Vance as his vice president. I'm afraid of mispronouncing him.
No, it's
Kamala's picked, has picked Walz. Walz is a self-described knucklehead, right? I can't imagine a world in which this guy is president of the United States. And you have to look at the vice president as a potential president of the United States. So that's, right. If I line them up, you know, you've got a guy who grew up in a very challenged environment, addiction, family, rural America, makes his way to Yale, armed forces. Now he's, venture capitalist, senator, extremely articulate, obviously highly intelligent. So you compare and contrast. You have Elon Musk, who's probably one of the most consequential, certainly consequential business leaders 100%. In the world. It's proven he can take on 12 things at the same time and change the world. Okay, who's going to take? He's put himself out here in this election. And first, the only one talking about government efficiency, right? And Trump's all in. By the way, RFK, okay? Right. RFK is a highly intelligent, capable person, and he's focused on a couple of issues that mean a lot to me. Number one, the food industrial complex, what's happened to the health of Americans over the last couple of decades. He's going to focus on that. I think that is a critically important issue. I think examining the 73-shot regime that we give our kids and it's worth doing.
You've spent your whole career talking about truth, honestly.
Yes.
You go out there publicly talking about companies that you think are lying.
Sure.
And I just want to know what you think when you see, for example, former President Trump publicly say on the record that he forced Deere to not move to Mexico. And then the company has to come out with a statement that says that that's false, fundamentally false. He puts on Twitter or on social on his social media platform that Jamie Dimon is endorsing him. And then J.P. Morgan has to come out publicly and say that's not true.
Actually, that's not what happened. What happened was Jamie said some positive things about Trump. Someone posted on Twitter that Jamie's endorsing him, and Trump, in effect, retweeted.
Let me ask you this, though. But as somebody who cares about truth, use the Deere example, because that's as black and white as they come. So look, what do you think of that?
I think there are probably many examples of Trump convincing and or threatening a company that if they open up a factory in Mexico, that he's going to tariff their goods or whatever, and maybe confuse the company. Okay, but he certainly has used that kind of technique. But let me hold on.
Go ahead.
I want to make my own argument here.
You can, but
you get to do it all day. I get to do it now.
There's lies on both sides. It's like unbelievable.
In her Twitter account,
okay,
Vice President Harris put stuff out about Trump that are absolutely completely false. Like, so for example, he's going to sign a federal abortion ban. Okay, Trump's not going to sign a federal abortion ban. He's in bold letters, capital letters. He said it publicly. He's posted it. Otherwise, I can give you multiple examples. Just take a look at her Twitter feed, her X feed. It's a series of lies about President Trump.
So there's a lot to unpack there. I've heard so many leftists say, this has been on X and everywhere I've been, they say something along the lines of, well, you're not just voting for Kamala Harris, you're also voting for her team. And it's like, yeah, that's why I don't want to vote for Kamala Harris. Like, she's bad enough. But when you look at Tim Walz and all of the career politicians behind her, it's that versus RFK Jr., Elon Musk, and J.D. Vance. I'll take those guys any day of the week. So Bill Ackman continues then by talking about all the great policies that those guys will do as opposed to Democrats. And I'm talking about things like government efficiency. He talks about growing the economy, fighting big food. And what did the CNBC anchor say? This is the truly crazy thing. The CNBC anchors, their response to that is, yeah, but Trump lies. Here's a random thing. It has nothing to really do with what they're talking about. It's just Orange Man lies. That's the narrative every time. And the host, of course, on that lie that they talked about gets fact-checked, but that's not really what's important here. What's important is that this is how the Democrat elites are. It's the reason why I personally think that Democrats are just going to get slaughtered this election. because you have Americans that care about food. They care about the vaccines that they're getting. And when I say food, by the way, I mean like the quality of food that they're eating. I mean, the price of food is a whole other story, of course. They care about medical care, vaccines. They care about the price of gas, the government's encroachment on their lives. That's just what typical people think. They're not thinking in crazy political terms. But what's the first thing that the Democrat media brings up? Oh, but Trump said that one thing on Truth Social. That is their response to, everyday American problems, is that Trump had the bad tweets. And that's where we're at. And Bill Ackman does a really great job of saying, hey, look, Kamala Harris lies literally about everything. So who cares? It doesn't even matter. Like, even if Kamala Harris is a liar, it doesn't matter. There's nothing new about lying in politics. Everyone does it, even Donald Trump. I mean, I'm voting for Donald Trump, but I'm not going to come out here and say Donald Trump doesn't ever exaggerate or even outright lie at times. Do I think Kamala Harris lies a lot more? You betcha. But Donald Trump isn't immune from lying. Of course not. But here's the thing. No one cares. I just don't care anymore. It's about the policies that you want. At least it should be. If you like open borders, government encroachment, abortion, and foreign wars, you can vote for Kamala Harris. Like really honestly, if abortion is your number one problem, for instance, and you're just out there like, I need to be able to, abort the baby in the womb. That is just me. Vote for Kamala Harris. We don't have a lot in common. I'm really just sorry to say that. I don't think there's a lot of people out there like that. But if that is you, vote your conscience and vote for Kamala Harris, sure. Yeah, that's the right candidate to vote for. Don't vote for Donald Trump. If you really like government cracking down on average day citizens, vote for Kamala Harris. That's logical, right? Like, you like that, you vote for Kamala Harris. That's fine. It's okay. But don't think that Trump is just the liar all the time and that she's perfect. If you're going just straight on policy, that's fine. But don't be silly enough to think that this is some moral battle where one of these candidates, again, it's the Hitler talk with Donald Trump right now is just ridiculous. That somehow we've got this pure, amazing, beautiful candidate in Kamala Harris, and then you have Hitler. It's just a lie. It's not true. Vote your conscience. If you like abortion and foreign wars, you can vote for Kamala Harris. It's fine. If you're just a normal person that likes all the things that I listed before, like big food, staying out of things, having their own checks, big media having checks, the economy running well, vote for Donald Trump. Seriously. What do you have to lose? Vote for someone who actually supports your policy. Let's stop talking about, but he lies. Yeah, everyone lies. Big whoop. It's politics. She's not the amazing candidate that you say. Just vote on policy. Guys, I'm excited to talk about a new partner on this show, Caliber. You guys know that I'm very, very passionate about men's health, and that is why I've partnered with Caliber. Unfortunately, today, men are not settling for their best when it comes to condoms. Settling for that generic brand with the one-size-fits-all label does not inspire confidence. It doesn't create a very good experience, and it may not offer the protection that you want with Caliber. They have 6 different sizes to choose from, and they make it easy to start with a Find Your Size sampler. For a limited time for my viewers, I have the link in the description below. You will get a $25 gift card with a first-time purchase, and they have a money-back guarantee, so there's absolutely no risk to you. Don't settle for mediocre contraception that doesn't even fit. Caliber is 5 times tested. This is my favorite thing about them. For maximum comfort and skin sensitivity, join the thousands of customers who are improving their sexual fitness with Caliber. Simply go to the link in the description below and get your Find Your Size sampler today. Here is one of the biggest political gaffes of the week, guys. An MSNBC host accidentally tells everybody that the economy sucks, and then they have to play cleanup crew.
The contrast could not be more stark. Yes, we have a dismal economy, but we are also facing the prospect of fascism. And actually, the economy isn't even that dismal. Things are rebounding, but everyone is talking about the economy. But in fact, we are actually facing the real premise and specter of fascism.
I think on the economy, too, all the data suggests that that's not the case, but there's a feels issue with the economy.
The vibes
Things
are poor.
feel expensive. People feel bad about it. And even if they don't feel bad about their personal economy, they feel bad or worry about their kids or their neighbors or others. And yes, that is throughout history, Angelo, a ripe climate for an autocrat, which is exactly what Project 2025 ushers in.
That host literally goes, oh crap, I just told the truth by accident. I'm not used to that. You can actually see it in her eyes. And what she says is actually perfect. What she says is this: everyone is talking about the economy, but we're facing fascism. Or in other words, this is it's a very honest video actually from Democrats. This is the narrative. This is what she's saying. People are actually worrying about things that matter and actually affect them. And I wish so bad that they would just be distracted by, fake fear mongering and us losing our country. That's the whole Democrat strategy right now. Don't focus on the awful things happening to you that were caused by us. Focus on Orange Hitler. That's their whole strategy. And of course, we heard about that October surprise that was going to happen. And it turns out that it was, Trump's Hitler. And it's like, guys, it's not. This isn't a surprise. We know you've been calling him Hitler for a long time. In fact, 2 people have tried to take him out because of it. So this isn't like a surprise. This is not a bold Democrat strategy. Again, kudos for the honesty in this video. They're very honest about how dismal the economy has been under Biden and Harris. They're very honest about the ridiculous Democrat strategy. Also, I have to say, this whole point that they talk about of the economy is good, but it just kind of feels bad, is so hilarious. It's so funny because, again, you're going to the store. I'm going to the store. We're all going to the store, and we're paying 3 times more than before. And it's just a feeling, guys. It's not real. It's just a feeling. I know that you're a smart person, and you get gas like every single week, and you see that it says $3.50, and it used to be $1.80, and you're thinking to yourself, I swear that that's 2 times more expensive. But it's just a feeling. It's just a feeling. It's hilarious. This is why Democrats are destined to lose the election. That is my prediction, because they're run by elites who are so wildly detached from reality, and this is just the latest example of that. My favorite movie of the year, guys, was Am I Racist? And Am I Racist is actually going on to Daily Wire Plus right now. I am a partner with the Daily Wire. If you go to the link in the description below, along with using the code DEI, you'll get 35% off Daily Wire Plus. You also support my channel when you go to that link, so please use it. You can go see Am I Racist there. You can see What is a Woman? You can also see all of Jordan Peterson's exclusive content that he's made over on Daily Wire Plus, along with so much good content that a lot of people don't even know about. I believe as well, if you sign up yearly right now, you'll get all of Bent Key, which is Daily Wire Plus's children's content. Check that out as well. It's absolutely fantastic. Again, the link is in the description below.